peace be with you. Welcome to Psalm73 Verse 28, to the Sunday Gospel Reflection Podcast. My name is Milena and I will share my thoughts on today's reading with you. By the way, I hope you have noticed that we've got a new theme, YouTube thumbnail or here in our podcast, and I hope you like it. Today we are reading chapter 5 of Matthew, verses from 17 through 37. It said a lot about the law today, and law is very complicated. We have to have lawyers to explain it to us. So that's why it's a complex matter. But to make it easier, I've prepared a few insights to point out. The first one is that God's always been with us. In Old Testament, He gave us the 10 Commandments, Decalogue. And here it's something to ponder on, not only from the religious point of view, but also from our daily life, that the longer we own something, the more normal or adjusted we become. You can also read a sonnet 102 from William Shakespeare. So he mentions the same matter. Therefore, Jesus reminds us about the law and expanded its meaning, like explaining it even more. He doesn't neglect it, he doesn't add something else, but he explains that. We can also encounter lots of words like anger, lust, and not only actions, but also our thoughts matter a lot. And we have to and should want to remove all the negative thoughts which are made up of the elements, of the contrary elements to our beliefs, to our religion. And here I would like to share my tip. The tip I received from our great fellow, Jim Nash, the author of the book, The Fate of Jesus book. He told me one day that do not think of what not to think about, but think of something godly related and keep your mind busy from mind traps. For sure, it's not actually what he has said, like the exact words, but the meaning is very similar, and I just tried my best to put in the words so you can understand. Whenever we think of the things we should avoid doing or should avoid thinking about, then you still think of those things because you try to not to think about them. And this is something similar when it comes to pain. When you try not to think about the pain, you still think about it. But if you hit another part of your body, then you start thinking about the new hurting part of the body and you stop thinking about the previous part. So that's why keep your mind busy. And I would like to share challenge, maybe. Of course, we have to have one challenge every week. So what I love doing is to minimize time using my phone or whatever, because this is the problem of this world. We use phone too much whenever you are bored. And I usually keep my rosary with me. Or even if you don't have rosary, you can use your fingers, of course. Or even imagine it mentally. But just to pray rosary or even Hail Mary, that keeps your mind focused on God-related things. And you can pray your rosary. And the more you focus on that, you can pray so many rosaries. And so the rosary is the first tip. The short prayer, known also like aspiration prayer, and it can help you, with brief examination of consciousness at the end of the day. So those are my tips, to focus your thoughts on good things. If you start thinking about, oh, Mary, Holy Trinity, okay, great, Jesus, even think about Jesus' life, Bible, whatever you have read, then you don't have this spare room for negative thoughts. And it will be easier for you, to focus on that and to follow the good God's law. Okay, that's it, my dear fellows, for Gospel Reflections for February 12th. I hope it became useful and it will become useful for you. Please, I've mentioned James Nash's book, The Fate of Jesus book. Please check it out. There is the link in the description. You can read more about it and order his book. It's very helpful. I read every Sunday as a part of my now church routine. It's very great. And also, I welcome you to listen to more our podcasts and to join in our prayers, Divine Mercy Prayer, and other prayers to learn by heart and to be closer to God. Thank you one more time, and I wish you a beautiful, fruitful Sunday. God bless you, and see you soon.